Hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. It's not Thursday yet. It's almost Thursday here in Tokyo. Good to see everyone come out today. If I keep moving close to the screen, I apologize. I'm not wearing my contact lenses right now. My eye is hurt again for some reason. I don't know why. So I do have some glasses just in case, but I can usually see quite well. I'm happy to see everyone here today. I'm happy to have a lesson today. If you saw my lesson schedule, obviously I did a lesson on Monday. Next one's today. Like if you're joining right now, it's today. Next one's Thursday. And then on the schedule, it says Saturday is TBD. TBD means to be determined. I do have to do something very early on Saturday, so I might not be able to have a live lesson on that day. So I'm still not sure. I will keep everyone updated. But right now it's TBD. It's to be determined. But today and tomorrow, obviously today and then tomorrow, I will have a live lesson. Today we are going to go over a new set of 10 phrasal verbs. We've been doing this quite a bit, and every time I do it, I get a good response from people. People want me to keep doing more. I don't want to just include phrasal verbs just to make a video or just to have a live lesson. Whenever I choose the phrasal verbs, I'm really making sure that these are phrasal verbs that I would use and that people in the US and Canada use on a regular basis. So today, the 10 phrasal verbs we will be using are very commonly used in North America. And not just North America, they'll be commonly used in Australia, New Zealand, the UK, any English-speaking country. All right, so make sure you watch until the end today. What we'll do in today's live lesson is I'll give you all 10 of the words, 10 of the phrasal verbs. I will give you the definition of each one. And then is kind of the test where I'll give you a fill-in-the-blank sentence, and you have to choose the correct phrasal verb to complete the sentence. So the last part of the lesson is very important, so make sure you watch at least until that part. All right, so as always, I will put my lesson on the screen. That's what I'll do right now. Okay, share my screen, and this is today's lesson. And of course, it's not at the top of the lesson right now. There we go. Phrasal verbs. All right. Today's lesson, if you've joined my lessons before, you understand that we've done this type of lesson before. I'm not really going to get into the grammar of today's lesson. I'm not going to talk about phrasal verbs and pronouns and how we make sentences. Throughout today's video, if you make a sentence and you have some incorrect grammar, I'll correct you then. But I'm not going to go over the grammar at the beginning part. What I do want to do is I want to jump right in. And start going over all of the vocabulary words, all of the phrasal verbs. All right, so we're going to start off here, and I want to make this big enough so everybody can see. All right, so the first word is blow off. Does anybody know what blow off means? And if you do know what blow off means, leave it in the comment section and we'll see if you are right. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to see my eyes. My contact lenses are not in, so my sight is terrible right now. I didn't realize my eyes were this bad. All right, so blow off. What do you guys think blow off means? All right. If you know what it means, just put it in the comment section. If not, I'll give you the answer in a second. So to blow off. All right. So it doesn't look like anyone's answering in the comment section. So what I'll do is I'll give you my answer of what blow off means. Let me just get the text out here. Let's see. So basically, to blow off means you're going to ignore. You're going to dismiss someone or something. You're not going to pay any attention to them. Okay, so you're going to ignore or dismiss someone or something. You're going to ignore, dismiss someone or something. All right, so basically, how does that look? So, you know, you could say something like, my friend invited me to a party, but I blew it off. All right, so my friend invited me to a party, but I blew it off. All right, so I'll put that example sentence onto the screen. My friend invited me to a party, but I blew it off. That means I ignored it. I dismissed it. I didn't go to the party. I just said, you know what? No, I'm going to do my own thing. All right, so it is kind of a negative phrasal verb. It's not a good thing to, blow off things or blow off someone. It's not the best of things. So blow off is negative. It means to ignore, to dismiss someone or something. Okay, so that is the first one. Next, let's look at wrap up. Wrap up. What do you guys think wrap up means? For example, if I made this sentence, let's make an example sentence. Let's see. One sec. Okay, so let's see if you can give me an example sentence using this. I'll join you after I wrap up this project. I'll join you after I wrap up this project. All right, so in this sentence, wrap up, what does wrap up mean? It means you're going to finish something. You're going to conclude something. All right, so I think the easiest one is mean just to finish something. To finish something. All right, so you wrap it up. That means you're kind of done. Try to think like of Christmas. When you're having Christmas or someone's birthday party, you have a present, you wrap up the present. That means it's completely finished, ready to give to someone. Here, to wrap up means to finish something. So I finally wrapped up my project. One of my friends is a producer. He makes a lot of TV commercials and movies and TV shows. And after they finish filming, he always has a wrap up party. So it's kind of like a party to celebrate that everything is done. The commercial, the TV show, or the movie is finished. All right. So You know what? I'm going to put my glasses on because it's going to be a lot easier than me just trying to look at things here. Next, zone out. Zone out. What does zone out mean? And I'll give you an example sentence as well. Okay, this is a good example sentence here. I would often zone out in class when my teacher was boring. I would often zone out in class when my teacher was boring. So, what does zone out mean? All right, so if we look at the example sentence here, it basically means that you are going to be losing your focus. You cannot concentrate. And it's not on purpose, not on purpose. So if you look at the word here, I've got unintentionally. Unintentionally. Unintentionally means not on purpose. It just happens. So I'm losing focus or I lose attention. And this is happening just by accident. So I zoned out. Right. So basically, it means you are awake. You're awake, completely awake, eyes open, but you just have no focus. You have no concentration. You're just going through the motions. Right? I remember when I was back home, when I was in the States, when I was in Canada, some areas of Canada, some areas of the US, we have highways that are just flat land, right? And there are no mountains. So it's just straight, completely straight. I mean, like miles and miles and miles of just straight road. So I would be driving and you don't do anything. There's no turning. So I would be awake and I would be driving forward, but I would completely zone out. And I would lose focus or attention because it was just me on a straight road, no other cars, no curves, no bends, no turns. All right, so zone out, it's a great vocabulary word. Please remember that. Next, I like this one, number 4, get away with. Get away with. All right, what does that mean? What does get away with mean? All right, get away with. All right, so for example, if I gave you an example sentence here, let's use this as an example sentence to see if you understand what it means. She always seems to get away with breaking the rules. She always seems to get away with breaking the rules. All right. So if we look at that example sentence, to get away with something, it means that you are doing something bad. You're doing something wrong. You're doing something, that's not right. But you're not getting punished. You're not getting caught. Right? So you are completely free. All right. So it means to do something wrong without being punished. It means I did a bad thing, and I thought I will get in trouble, but nothing happened. Completely safe. So I got away with it. So I was not captured. I was not caught. I was not punished. Okay. So let's look at number 5. We're at the halfway point today. This is the fifth one. Fifth one is hold back. Hold back. All right. What does that mean? What does hold back mean? And I'll give you an example sentence here. Okay, here's my example sentence. She didn't hold back her emotions during the speech. She didn't hold back her emotions during the speech. What does that mean? She didn't hold back her emotions during the speech. All right, so this is kind of like the negative, right? Because I'm saying she didn't hold back. If we want to hold back, if we hold back something, then the meaning is different. It means you're stopping yourself from doing something. I was watching a movie and it was so sad. I wanted to cry, but I held back. I stopped myself. Okay, number 6. Pass up. Pass up. What does that mean? Pass up. All right, I'll give you an example sentence for this. Maybe I would say, I could say this. I couldn't pass up the opportunity. I couldn't pass up the chance to travel to Europe. All right, so my friend says, let's go to Europe. And I thought, you know what? I can't pass up this chance. All right, so what does that mean? All right, so remember, here it's negative as well. So I've said I can't pass up, or I passed up. I passed up means, let's put it right here, to pass up something. To pass up means you decide not to take that chance. You're gonna, I'll pass up on that. All right, number 7, run over. All right, what does run over mean? All right, let's see here. To run over. The meaning of this, I'm just going to put the exact meaning on the page here. To run over means to explain something again or explain it very briefly. All right, to run over means you're going to explain something again. It's the second time. Okay, now, of course, there is a second meaning of run over, the very literal meaning. This means that you know, bicycle or scooter or car, they run over someone. They run over things. Okay, let's go number 8. Drop by. Drop by. What does drop by mean? All right. So I you know, if some of you guys don't know, but I live in Tokyo, and I was very, very adamant that when I was living here, that wherever I lived, I had to have a roof terrace. I had to have a roof terrace because there's very little space in Japan, so I needed to have a roof terrace. And because I have a roof terrace, I have a barbecue up there. I've got hammocks up there. I do movie nights with projectors. So a lot of my friends just drop by on the weekends. Okay, so what does that mean? A lot of my friends just drop by on the weekends. What does that mean? A lot of my friends just drop by on the weekends. Okay, so here, basically, if you're dropping by, that means you're visiting someone. You're going to their house, you're going to their job, but you don't have an appointment. You just kind of suddenly go. All right, so you just drop by. And usually it's going to be a very short visit. Very short visit. All right, so to visit someone informally and usually without an appointment. Very good. Okay, next, kick off. What does that mean? Kick off. For example, if I gave you this sentence. All right, what if I said this? The concert will kick off at 7 p.m. sharp. The concert will kick off at 7 p.m. sharp. So here, kick off. Kick off means to start something. To start something. Okay. All right, and number 10. Last one is cut back. Cut back. All right, what does that mean? All right, so basically what cut back means is you're reducing the amount of money that you are spending. So you are not spending, you're saving. Okay, so we got some good vocabulary words, 10 phrasal verbs. Now let's try doing a couple of exercises. So it doesn't look like we have a lot of people in today's live lesson. So we're going to end this lesson short. And then we'll try to make tomorrow's lesson longer, depending on how many people come and join. So let's look. Let's look at the next part here. All right, so we're going to choose the phrasal verb that will be perfect for this sentence. He tends to something, important meetings if he's not in the mood to attend. He tends to something, important meetings. All right, what do you guys think this means? All right, so for me, the sentence says he tends to something, important meetings if he's not in the mood to attend. It's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. So if you don't want to go, especially to work, he tends to blow off important meetings if he's not in the mood to attend. Number 2. What is number 2? Let's make it a little bigger so it's easier for you to see. Okay, so let's something our plans for the weekend one more time to make sure everyone is on the same page. All right, what are answers here? Any ideas? Okay, so what I would say here is basically I'm going to say, let's run over. That means let's discuss. Let's run over our plans for the weekend one more time to make sure everyone is on the same page. Everyone is on the same page means everyone has the same feelings. All right, so number 2 is run over. Let's run over our plans for the weekend one more time. All right, let's move over. Number 3. All right, number 3 says, it's incredible how she managed to something cheating on the exam without anyone noticing. Nobody noticed. So she cheated. Nobody knows. What do we say? All right. So for this one here, we're going to say get away with. All right. So she managed to get away with. Okay, perfect. Number 4. The company has decided to something on unnecessary expenses to improve its financial situation. All right, so if we look up here, we got all of these phrasal verbs. Do you know the answer? All right, so the answer here is, unnecessary expense means I don't need this expense. So we don't want to spend that money. So the company has decided to cut back on unnecessary expenses to improve its financial situation. Okay, let's look at number 5. We're at the halfway point. The project is almost complete. We just need to something, a few final details before the presentation. All right, what is our answer here? The project is almost complete. We just need to something up a final few details before the presentation. Okay, so here we just need to wrap up a few final details for the presentation. Okay, that means we need to, finish this presentation. Okay, number 6, she couldn't something her excitement when she saw her favorite celebrity at the event. All right. What is your answer for this? She couldn't something her excitement when she saw her favorite celebrity at the event. What do you guys think? All right, she couldn't what? And for me, simple one here would just be she couldn't hold back her excitement when she saw her favorite celebrity. Okay, so number 7. Let's move on to number 7. So here, couldn't hold back her excitement, which is our favorite celebrity. That means hold back means you're going to be patient. You're going to wait. Can't hold back means you just go. Ah! Right, number 7. I often something during long lectures, especially when the topic isn't engaging. I often something during long lectures, especially when the topic isn't engaging. All right, so for me, this one here is going to be zone out. I often zone out during long lectures, especially when the topic isn't engaging. Topic isn't engaging. It means that it's not exciting. It's not exciting. Okay, let's keep moving to number 8. We got 3 more. Feel free to something my office anytime if you have any questions about the assignment. Okay, so feel free to something my office anytime if you have any questions about the assignment. So this is going to be, feel free to drop by my office anytime if you have any questions about the assignment. That means you don't need to call, you don't need to email, you don't need notice. Just go. Just go. All right. Number 9, he decided to something the offer for the job promotion because it required relocating to another city. All right, what does this mean? What does this mean? Okay, so he decided to something the offer for the job promotion. So basically here you're going to say, no, I don't want the job promotion. So in that situation, he decided to pass up the job offer. Okay, pass up means you reject it. All right, next, number 10, last one. The event will something at noon. So please arrive at least 15 minutes early to get settled in. Okay, so here the answer will be the event will kick off. Kick off at noon. So please arrive at least 15 minutes early to get settled. So kickoff is a great verb. It means you're going to start something, and it's usually going to be something kind of big. Usually a kickoff event it's a first event. Okay, so that is 10 phrasal verbs with 10 fill-in-blank sentences. I usually go a little bit slower, but we didn't have too many people online today, so I wanted to just go a little bit faster. People who watch this on the replay can get through the lesson quickly as well. Anybody watching on the replay as well, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, so those are the 10 phrasal verbs today. Just to do a quick review here. To blow off means you ignore someone or something. Wrap up means to finish something. Zone out means, you lose your focus or attention. Get away with means that you do something wrong, but nobody knows. You are not punished. Okay? Hold back, stop yourself from doing something, pass up, don't take the opportunity. Run over, two meanings is, my car runs over a speed bump. Or run over means to explain something again. Okay, but very briefly, not in detail. Drop by means to come to my house with no notice, no appointment. Kickoff means you start something. So kickoff party, kickoff orientation. And last one is cut back. If you cut back something, you reduce it. So I need to cut back on my sodas. That means I need to reduce the amount of soda. Okay. All right. So 10 phrasal verbs. I want everybody to remember those. Hopefully everybody can join me tomorrow. We'll make it a longer lesson. Today we don't have that many people joining, so I'm going to wrap it up right there. If you have any questions about today's lesson, leave it in the comment section. If you have example sentences that you want to check, leave it in the comment section. All right. So until the next lesson, today's a really short lesson. I'll make it longer when I get more people, but we'll make it a little bit shorter today. Next live lesson is tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow in the next live lesson. All right. Until tomorrow. See ya.